you right now.
Right. It's fair.
All right, we are ready. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. It's nice, such a good turnout. This is the village board meeting for the village of Willow Springs. Today is Thursday, June 20th, 2024. The time is 7 p.m. and this meeting is called to order. Madam Clerk Charles, can we please call the roll?
Trustee R.
Here.
Kennedy,
Here.
Micah,
Here.
Tosh,
Here.
Moon, Carl,
Here.
President Nettmeyer.
Here, that completes the roll. Thank you, Clerk Charles. We have a quorum. Let's all please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, first up, we'll go to number 3 on our agenda, which is presentation. And tonight we will have a presentation from White and Company with an assessment proposal for us to hear. We have representatives here from White and Company. And as a little bit of background, earlier this spring in April, we had the opportunity to meet with some representatives of White and Company, and they told us about different services that might be helpful and advantageous to the village and the residents in terms of development ideas, and then also some ideas about stormwater management. So I wanted to just provide that background, and that meeting was very interesting and thought-provoking, and thought it just made sense to invite them here to have them tell our village board and guests of the audience more about their services that they offer in their company. So without further ado, I will turn it over to Representative of White and Company. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. I got two. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't mean, I'm just gonna say.
Okay. Wow. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, nice to meet everyone. As the mayor said, we met with Mayor Ryan and your Willow Springs to talk about some of the ideas of you looking at the economic development of here in Willow Springs. First, I want to introduce my office for development on the lease, Chief Director of Transportation and Water Resources, Paul Cotter, he's a business strategist. He's forward a little bit, he's part of ours, and had a great support for planning, and was the original CTO for Lowe's in Chicago, so he has an understanding of planning as well as in your package, as we mentioned again earlier, and the idea of we had talked about what can you do to what we're going to have. And the philosophy is to use just to very thorough, comprehensive opportunity. And then as we work in talking about the community, we have various tactics and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. And we talk about the initiative we have at my company, where we have a thinking mindset to understand what drives real decision-making behaviors. So we went down the road and we found out that maybe you don't need a full comprehensive plan right now. You really need to understand the clarity of your vision where you want to be, but it's aligned to our audience of who is making decisions to draw the kind of business they want to have. So the idea we wanted to provide a better quality of life, and the idea is this high-level roadmap between appropriate developments and commercial uses, as well as foundational buildings from so the second page the yellow that we have created the community is some of the people touch on and try to understand we can. But You get to a great access to the forum, you all be quite friends. You know, what Paul and I talk about, when we think of great communities, about having access to transportation, and like highways. And then the framework of commercial is the security here in 1999, developed in general. So you kind of the framework of all building on. So the approach we're going to take, that we propose, is it's really going to provide a workshop model, and where we can learn from you and understand new book. We companies and other we try and understand the real challenges that follow what we're trying to like the people that make decisions or funding projects or information. So the first thing we would do is kick off with the workshop. We do this with your stakeholders. You want to heard, important to you. We will then develop goals. I will be what your priorities are. And from that, we will create a visioning, and then the visioning now the workshop. Well, the concepts. It's really creating a narrative around highlighting the high level for the manager. We believe is good for you, but we also want to be real and a lot of the communities talk about. They understand that the real reality is who are the ones that are really going to attract the right businesses and dollars, and who are the ones that are struggling to try and find and create this narrative of the vision. And from that, we're going to come up with a draft concept I presented to you and talk about how this aligns with all relations. How are you going to socialize this? How are you going to the community? Well, when we get that feedback, about the concept. Maybe around that area. From there, that's when we begin to be the literature. And so, if no questions, I'm not sure if well, we talk about this one.
Thank you, Jen. All right, so good evening, everyone. Director of Transportation Waters. I've been in the industry for almost 25 years. Regulatory development, and water. So when Jim talked to me, generated about mentioned everything will bring the pretty close time to live here and social Saturday, Sunday night, and down the street and so I know the community, and I also watch her alley. So I do know that there's some issues, some concerns with flooding. So one of the things that we did when we received take a look at the information over and we started to develop the proposal. Obviously, the initial proposal was going to be highlighted, going to be just to try to provide some insight and to be able to these are 6 locations more. And initially, one of the things that I think was writing with level of time, the number of like interior locations are one that can be properly it is something that may require a little bit more analysis. And then third is this more of a long term that is potentially related to the proximity of the village, because that was a major water source of water. Water. We have Flag Creek, which runs versus a good chunk of the community western direction. We're kind of looking at a map of the village. There is definitely probably a lot of maybe related to sufficient outlets to be increasing tributary, and so we're going to see what life is something to kind of be around in the future, figure out what a long-term. So keep the data gap in the process, no, like, getting into the trenches of doing any actual. Just kind of provide an overview and prioritize. You know, this is kind of about really sort of this provides a good opportunity for potentially capture some floodway, something regulatory. So there we have infrastructure programs, and also, buildings, the grant is, is the advantage of being able to handle it and to promoting a lot of that natural environment that we have. So, it'll help with the alignment with capturing, these funding sources, which are we the grant and always. So, you know, kind of developing that and. Feel like the thought, this would be a good kind of. So, it's being for addressing the.
Any questions?
So we know we have some proposals in our board pack, and the purpose is to get the presentation this evening and then see if board members have any questions for White and Company, or any sort of feedback. But I really appreciate the presentation. Are there any questions from members of the board?
I was just saying a couple, about the drainage and so forth.
You talk a lot about, what you can do and how to access money to get projects done. Is there any awareness of access to money? Get your, work done so that you can make recommendations to us?
That's interesting, because a lot of times there is going to be an opportunity to identify maybe the need for it. You know, I did look at some of these regulatory studies and they're dated 2015. So it's been a long time since, you know, I studied, you know, the Black Creek, for instance. So there is definitely the opportunity to have a so that these studies can happen. Put it out there, start happening. Whether it's the end of the wording, or and then figuring out how to get into the funding sources, doing more complete work.
And I was looking more at the initial.
Talk about supporting our.
You're right, exactly. And then going there to the next step, which is probably, you know, put it in 1, 2, 3, 4 days.
Right, and I think for that, I'm not quite sure, just without really knowing the funding. And knowing if it's nuisance or localized flooding, a lot of times, you know, unless you're immediately in over your area, you know, it's something like that, that is relevant. So we start talking about, you know, whose jurisdiction is.
To tell you the truth, I was unaware of all these 6 areas of being had a general understanding, but not these. I didn't know where they came from. So I was surprised by them.
Do the watershed and the economic vision work hand in hand to be able to tell us that if we have property somewhere that we'd like to develop, say, well, it's, you know, it's not feasible for building, or the watershed probably has to be fixed first.
I think the Griselda and our team will be able to identify if it's I think there's some ideas for certain products in this. And if there's gonna be a cost on this, which could have been more of a firm, that may where the line.
I think what I would with NWRD and the south suburbs had a aggressive plan, they wanted to bring industrial development to a certain area. Reality was that those areas were flooded, so we had a big range of storm that they were inaccessible. So that, in that case, they were very much tied together. So that money to figure out that solutions did not come from NWRD in the state. Because their vision is totally dependent on that drive and access to.
Well, yeah, it's gonna help us as far as having that plan on hand, so we don't have to work backwards. You know, we'll be able to get a decision before it happens. Thank you.
And I think it's just aligned with that. I think that's our discussion was that instead of doing a full comprehensive plan, you go right through that and try to identify the recruitment issues that we realize that there's other opportunities based on the challenge of one.
The potential to, this allows for the potential to identify green spaces that also act as those green infrastructure improvements that we talked about earlier, and then also our on the planning side, what we do also is the FEMA screening, which is more just a very high level assessment. And the- So, you know, we're trying to provide that. That
What you're proposing, that community and economic vision. I think we're in a position right now to want to begin to develop a higher, which is what we put in place or policies in place to address that from a planning perspective. But to begin to look at the longer term plan, now whether that's you or somebody else, I don't know what the timing is on that, but I would have to say I am in support of what you have to offer. I just don't know where we're going to go with this, and if it's a budget issue, I appreciate what you have to offer.
Well, again, thank you for being here. As I said, our meeting in April, I thought it was very worthwhile to share with the board and hear your ideas. And I particularly like the workshop piece of it and the community buy-in piece of it. As we try to move forward with the sort of strategy. So thank you for your time and your presentation. Next up in presentations, we have Justice Willow Springs Water Commission report. Our water commissioner, Mary Jane Manella, is here to share her.
You, everybody. I trust you have a copy of the report in your packet. I can read through this, if everybody has read through it, I will be happy to just do questions. Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, one of the things I looked at, under the 2025 West Springs Water Main Project, it referenced the project has been agreed upon and is now being reviewed by the engineer. So I was just wondering, what is the problem?
As soon as I know all of them. I know, me too, but you know, they're not gonna present it. So they love it.
Okay.
This year is the justice area.
This year is justice projects, and a couple of them are forced. It's always in construction, and you know, we're working on this. So. In terms of 7/9/20 water extension, that's another project that we are, that I'm coming in. You can with it, the biggest problem with that is the problem with and trying to get the water main from that property, so we can try to work with one and creative method. We could do it as a natural agreement rather than. We need to do that to develop property. But the rest of it is, yeah, basically, it's just your.
Thank you. No, no questions. Thank you for your report.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll move into number 4, disposition of previous minutes, our board pack minutes for May 23rd, our last meeting. Are in the board pack for your review and approval. I have a motion to approve it.
I'll make that, I'll second.
Motion by trustee Posh, second by trustee Kennedy. Discussion questions? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Trustee R.
Aye.
Kennedy,
Aye.
Micah,
Aye.
Posh, Moon, Carr.
All ayes and those minutes are approved. Thank you. Village administrator report, administrators.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. So I've got one great piece of news to share with everybody this evening, and we wanted to make sure that everybody got it at the same time. So for a while now, one of the things we've been working on is obtaining properties in town that are delinquent in their taxes. So it's something we've been working with our attorneys on and going through the process. The most notable that everybody knows is the Gilmart building up at the corner. And so should be very happy to know that as of the 11th, which was last Monday, the village now owns the Gilmart building. It's awarded to us. The court cited after our hearing about a month and a half ago that we were correct. We were eligible to receive that property for the back taxes, and it has now actually already been transferred. I went to the Cook County site and confirmed the data. It is already recorded as owned by the village of Willow Springs. So now we get to go forward and figure out what to do with it and get it back to being a viable property at the end of Market Street. But it's a pretty exciting move for us to, redevelop this little downtown piece we have. So that's the big news I have, and that is my report this evening. All right, that's great.
Very happy to hear that. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Hard to believe that. Wonderful, wonderful. Look forward to. Village clerk report, Clerk Charles.
Yes, thank you. This will be nice and short. This is just a reminder, village vehicle stickers are due by June 30th. So please make sure you come in before that date and purchase them. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Clerk Charles. Reports of officials. Village Engineer.
Updates on the 2024 street resurfacing. That bill is scheduled for June 27th at 10 a.m. We have some good interest in the project so far, 8 bidders on the project. I also had a kickoff meeting with Ryan and myself on May 30th with WRD in regards to the town center green infrastructure project. They committed up to $600,000 minimum. The final number will be determined on the engineer. And also I had a conference call with WRD in regards to our INI compliance. Final submission will go tomorrow for that. Hopefully we'll be on
Village Attorney.
There's no report this evening, Your Honor.
Village Treasurer.
Just a brief update on our results. We're $500,000 net in revenues, which is pretty astounding. For example, our state income tax only came in at $168,000. Our 20 years for that stuff. Expenditures are $1 million below budget. And although we do have a lot of capital projects and stuff like that, by and large, there's no real surprises and things are.
Thank you for that report. We'll move to reports of standing committees, finance and administration. Trustee Yara.
Thank you, Madam President. I'd like to make a motion to approve item 8A1 warrant 24-0-11 dated June 14, 2024. Payroll and fund expenses totaling $577,632.
We have the motion by trustee Yara. Is there a second?
I'll second.
By trustee Kennedy. Discussion or question on the warrant?
I just wanted to clarify, we're into one meeting a month, so this is really the equivalent of 2 warrants that we would have had in a month. It includes 2 pay periods. which is about 40% of the warrant. We had $112,000, that we paid out for 6-month payment on risk management insurance premiums. We had another $57,000, which was paid out over the approved, final payment of the approved village multi-purpose projects, which I must say look great. $44,000 for monthly employee health insurance premiums, and then our typical $41,000 of monthly garbage costs. And another 44%, so that equates to the majority of the money.
Thank you. Any more discussion on the warrant? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Ara,
Aye.
Kennedy,
Aye.
Micah,
Aye.
Cash, Moon, Carl.
All ayes and the warrant are approved. Thank you. Next, Public Safety Committee.
Thank you, Madam President. I've got a couple things. First, it's good to see all you guys in the back. Thanks for doing everything you guys do to keep us safe. And, something a little bit off of target here. We had a veterans meeting, that's Thursday. Anyway, we're trying to see if we can get interest in veterans to join a club here in Willow Springs, so that we could help veterans out that need anything, maybe hearing aids, any kind of financial thing that we can help with. And we're trying to get members to join, and we're trying to target some younger people, so we're gonna branch out maybe to Justice and surrounding areas. So if any of you guys are veterans, we'd sure like to have you on board. And it's just gonna be a club to see what we can raise to help other veterans in our area. And, other than that, I know that Chief has a lot of good things coming up, and also thanks for helping around on Archer Avenue there by the Grange Road. That's a mess over there. Go ahead, Chief.
So we've got a couple of awards to give out tonight. And they're both three awards, three people, two incidents. They're both good examples of mutual aid and how we function today, working with each other when we have to do it. First one, I spoke about last meeting, if you recall, there was an accident on Washington Range where the black box had an individual driving 120 miles. And even touched the brake before the accident occurred. Two officers responded to that incident. Mr. Joe Fuller from Willow Springs and Mr. Ken Morgan. I can get the action. Ken Morgan from Justice. And, you know, how the individuals in that car survived beyond me. But I can guarantee you this, one of them would not have survived if it weren't for the actions of those two ones. They responded quickly, they did a quick assessment of what was going on, and Joe and Ken got together, and they actually saved the life of the driver by turning it to his. The investigation is still ongoing with this, and it's a miracle that this individual survived. But their actions that they gave life saving, which is a big deal. You know, saving somebody's life is a big thing. You know, we don't get enough credit for what we do in this profession, and it's really good to be able to point out and hold individuals to the standard that we should be held to, and just a great job to both of them. So I'm gonna stop there for a second, because we're going to get the second one. The second one was mutual aid scenario that we all know about. It was that mess that came into with the vehicle pursuit that came from Fort Worth. In my mind, this probably should not have happened, but before we find out all the circumstances, Jerry Jellison was on patrol that day and responded very, very quickly. And this is something that 43 years of policing have been marveling at, is how we all want to see, right? Everybody, if it's in the building, everybody goes to the front, nobody goes to the back. How many people like coming out the back, and hopefully most of us are done. You're missing it. And Jerry didn't run right to the scene. What he did was he went to the area and he caught one of the two individuals immediately. That was actually before we knew exactly what was going on. He knew that there was a pursuit in the area to take. So Jerry, unfortunately, he's coming back from Washington DC on a vacation with his children. And his plane got delayed, so he's not going to be here tonight. But we'll tell him that we talked to him recently. But, while we're at it, I want to thank everybody from Justice who came up to, be here and to get these awards with Joe Ford. So congratulations, man. It's great work.
That complete your report.
Yes.
I want to say thank you for recognizing, and commending these officers and against. Trustee Kennedy, did you have anything else to talk?
No, that completes my report, thank you.
Okay, thank you both then again, and we'll move to the Municipal Buildings and Grounds Committee for Trustee Michael.
Thank you, Madam President. I'd just like to inform everyone that tomorrow night at Lions Park, we got Whiskey Road. The Park and Recs is hosting their first concert this year, and Whiskey Road is gonna be playing at 7, I'm sorry. And then, another thing is with the Park and Recs, the basketball court, the tennis and the pickleball courts, they're getting a colored surface now, and it's in the process of that, and they're gonna be restriped. And then the last thing I'd like to, report on is I'd like to congratulate Keith Bratland for becoming the president for the Lions Club, Willow Springs Lions Club. Congratulations. That concludes my report.
Mr. Brantley, did you have? Thank you both. We'll move to license and franchise committee, Trustee Moon.
I don't believe we have anything. But not tonight, a couple of things going.
Thank you. Very good, thank you. Building and zoning committee, Trustee Park.
For the month of May 2024, we had a really busy month. We issued 15 building permits. Construction costs of $1,181,403, resulting in a permit fees of $35,586. And for the first 5 months, we've issued 117 permits for $2,483,704 average. Purchasing value giving us permit fees of $72,271. All I have this evening.
Thank you, Trustee Park. Yes, May was very busy and June is also looking to be very busy, so. That things are going well with building and zoning. We'll move now to number 9, which is action items. First, we have ordinance 2024-0. This is an ordinance amending chapter 3, title 4 of our code, which has to do with liquor license. And so as a background on this ordinance before us, which is in our board pack for review, I'll get some of the highlights. What this ordinance is doing is a few different things. It's removing the citizenship requirement that is currently in our code, that requires that one seeking a liquor license be and that is more in line to where the state is doing and what the state requires. It also updates the chart in our code, which assigns the number of licenses and makes that current with what we currently have out in terms of classes and numbers that are currently issued. It adds a B1 license, which we know we signed to Three Kings after last month's meeting, so that just updates that to reflect that has been added. And then it also adds a second license for J. And so the reason being for that is that would be adding a J license that we intend to issue to Coach's Corner. Coach's Corner is looking to, in addition to their RV license, do carry-out service of packaged liquor. So when people come and do a carry-out, they would like to also be able to try on a beer or something of that nature. So it adds that to make that assignable to them. And in addition to that, it also adds to Jay's description, adding liquor, beer, and wine, which currently is just. That is a summary of all of the changes before us with the ordinance. And I have a motion first to approve it, and then we'll.
Make that motion.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Micah, second by trustee Ara. Now, any discussions or questions on the order? Any type that I cover notes of the summary?
We did all that, yes.
Hearing no discussion, let's do a roll call, please.
Trustee Ara,
Aye.
Kennedy,
Aye.
Micah,
Aye.
Tosh,
Aye.
Moon, Car.
All right, and that's approved. Thank you for that. Next action we have is action to approve the ICOP agreement. And this agreement would be for May 1st, 2024 through April 30th, 2030. We have a copy of that agreement in our board packs, and this is giving us the authority for approving and entering into the agreement. For that, and I do appreciate Administrator Grace. Yeah, summary of the board on the agreement. Thank you for that. It is a longer agreement. It includes sergeants and lieutenants. It includes the pay schedule for the positions that is an increase in police patrol, which is consistent with that. And overall, I think officers and administration are in support of this agreement, and it's fair and may I have a motion to approve that?
I'll make that motion.
By trustee Kennedy, second.
I'll second.
By trustee R, discussion or questions?
I just like to say, I thought this was well put together and got rid of some of the nuisance things that were in there. And other things. So, job well done. I agree with it, and I think it's all fair. Salary wise as well as everything else.
Any further discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Trustee Ara,
Aye.
Kennedy,
Aye.
Micah,
Aye.
Tosh,
Aye.
Moon, Car.
All right, thank you for that. We'll move now to number 10, any old business? Any new business? Anyone signed up for public comment?
No.
And we have no need for executive session. I'll move into the village president report. We have heard this already, but music in the park is this weekend, and we have Blue Fest coming later in July, and then Willow Fest. We are starting to push more information about Willow Fest and getting the mega passes on sale. Like when you purchase them here at all or via Eventbrite. So you can follow our social media accounts. That's all very exciting stuff. And I just want to echo again the park upgrades that have been done. Those are looking really good. And also mention the community center upgrades that we have going. You can expect new flooring coming soon and lighting and improved as well. And Earlier this month, we had the State of the Regions we participated in, and that was with the West Suburban Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So 8 neighboring towns participate in that, and it's an opportunity every year that we have to hear what our neighboring towns are doing in terms of development, in terms of infrastructure and budgeting and that sort of thing. So that was a worthwhile event that I want to just mention, and it is there on all of the fantastic things that we've accomplished in the past year. Florida made me put together a list of bullet points of things that we've accomplished in the last year. And it's pretty remarkable. So I want to thank our staff and our officials and our directors, because it is really attributed. Great job that you are all doing as well as the real board. So thank you for that. And finally, last but not least, I want to make birthday recognition. So happy birthday to Administrator Grace, who celebrated a birthday. Happy birthday to Trustee Moon, who celebrated a birthday. And happy birthday to Rick Micah, who is celebrating a birthday next week. Yeah, lots of birthdays. So don't think I forgot anyone, but happy birthday to you all. That concludes the president's report. If nothing else, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn. Got a motion by Trustee Moon, the second by Trustee Todd. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned at 7:41. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, I know.
You know,